Welcome to Module 1, Introduction to Google Earth Engine. In our previous video, we talked about some initial steps for signing up after you create an account and proceed to Code Editor. The end result looks something like this. This is an interface of Code Editor which works with JavaScript API. This interface is divided into 4 parts: left panel, right panel, Script Editor, and Map Viewer. The left panel of Code Editor is called as Documentation and Management of Assets, which is divided into 3 sections. First, you have here the Scripts tab, which stores private and shared script. These are basically the codes you write and use. The great specialty of Code Editor is that it provides examples of many code samples from Google repositories, which you can use for any project. These scripts are arranged by access levels as Owner folder, Writer folder, and Reader folder. Owner folder contains the codes you own. Only you will have access to it. You can add new scripts and modify existing ones. You can share your script by clicking on the Configure button here. It will take you to the sharing window where you can add email of the viewer and grant them access to your folder. You can rename or delete your script by using these buttons. Whereas Writer folder contains the script for which you have been granted access to, write, or edit by the owner. Reader folder will have script for which you have been granted access to, read only by the owner. Existing scripts you have access to but do not own will go into a separate folder called as Archive. Scripts into this folder will be migrated the next time the owner of the scripts logs in. The New button on the top right of the script panel allows you to create new folder, file, or repository. Next you have here is the Docs tab, which contains the complete JavaScript API documentation. It provides explanation and argumentation of JavaScript syntax and its functions. It is a very helpful tab for the beginners who are not familiar with the JavaScript. The last tab in the left panel is called as Assets Manager, where you can upload local files to the Earth Engine. It can be any raster or vector data. The next panel we have in the Code Editor is called as Map Viewer. It displays results whether it's a raster or vector imagery on layers on the map. From the right side of this panel, you can select the view of your map. It can be Google Map View with terrain visibility or satellite view with labels. Selection of map views will help you with better observation of your results. Next important tool in Map Viewer panel is Geometry Tools. You can drag your features or map by drag button. Add markers which can be used to extract latitude and longitude of a place where you point at. You can add lines, polygon, or rectangle to your map. Using any of the drawing tools will automatically create a new geometry layer and add an import for the layer to the import section. On the right side of the Code Editor, you have Inspector tab. It lets you interactively query the map. When the Inspector tab is activated, the cursor becomes a crosshair, which will display the location and layer values under the cursor when you click on the map. When I click on any location on map while Inspector tab is activated, it gives cursor's location, zoom level of the map, pixel value, and other objects. The Console tab is used to return messages as the scripts run and print information about the data, intermediate products, and results. It also records any diagnostic messages such as information about runtime errors. The Task tab is used to manage the export of the data and results. Now, in the middle of the screen, you have Script Editor, where you write your code. You can share, save, run and reset your code by using the following buttons. So, this was the brief introduction to Code Editor's interface. If you want to learn more, click on the Help button in the upper right and select Feature Tour to go through each component of the editor. That's all for today. In our next exercise, we will learn the basics of JavaScript syntax and cover the programming concepts you need to learn while using Earth Engine. Thanks for watching.